Hello, YouTube subscribers. Today or tonight, whenever you're watching this, I am doing basically another Disney movie review. And I'm only doing this Disney movie review only because I'm going to go see the live action remake this upcoming Friday, which is only in a few days, the day after tomorrow, which tomorrow is my birthday, yay! But hopefully tomorrow will give this video enough time to have people to watch and view it, and then day after tomorrow when I go see the live action, I will come home and review that one for you guys. So if I have any Disney subscribed followers. As you guys may know, or most of you, I've released a few Disney movies before on my channel. Um, and, um, uh, and if you want to include Marvel, since Disney does own Marvel now, if you want to consider a Marvel movie a Disney, then fine. But anyway, this Disney movie is Disney movie review is on the original very first Lilo and Stitch movie. Uh all, because like I said, I'm gonna go see the live action Lilo and Stitch this upcoming Friday. Now, rewatching I'm not a big fan of Stitch, but I do like Stitch, like the idea of Stitch, the design of Stitch. Um Basically who Stitch is and the way he is. I actually really like, and uh over it Stitch was more of my sister's big Disney movie idol. But as as I got older and got into like a little bit more other things, I saw I and with Disney coming out with a live action, and with me review most of live action Disney movies already. Um Mostly I haven't seen all of them, which I don't plan to go back and watch the ones I missed. But um uh Stitch was a more of a as I should say, a suggestion of basically. I only watched the live action Alice in Wonderland only because of Johnny Depp, and I liked that one not only because the director and Johnny Depp was in it, but I did like the story plot. I did like the graphics. I did like the action in it, or at least what it had. So and I do like most of the live action Disney movies. Even though I shouldn't, because I do like the original very much, and I do cherish the original. But with the live action remake, the adaptation, I know I'm saying that wrong, which please forgive me. Um, there are some good things about them. That it does bring out something new, something that should have been added in the original in the first place, even though even though the creator may not think of it then, but a creator could watch it and be like, hey, but anyway, I'll get more touched into that when I do that the live action remake, Lilo and Stitch. But the original very first Lilo and Stitch movie, I rewatched it. I just rewatched it for the first time because I haven't watched it in years. I haven't seen it in years. So rewatching it now, it basically having the chance to rewatch it before the live action. I'm actually very happy because honestly, what the original one is about, which I do get some people's anger, is that basically Disney looks at Frozen, holds Frozen out to the most biggest fucking um freaking uh highest whatever you want to say that and so does people say that's the first Disney movie to represent uh a girl not have to fall for a prince, which okay, yeah, sure. For Lilo and Stitch, it doesn't really need that topic, so but Frozen, the first princess movie, doesn't one of the girls didn't need a prince to save them. Hey, that's cool. The first princess movie. But you can't really say Frozen's the first Disney movie that shows um is the first Disney movie that shows sister bonding and how strong the sister bonding is and how complicated it can be. When really, if you go back years, like I want to say the 2000s, you got the original Lilo and Stitch, which I'm being very honest and being very mean right now. Frozen does not do as Lilo and Stitch does. Yes, Lilo and Stitch is a 50% origin story for Stitch. It starts out, middle, and end as a Stitch origin story. But between all that, the other 50% that makes this movie perfect, more better than Frozen, is the sister bonding of Lilo and Nani. The Because he got two sisters that lost their mom and dad from and and that they're broken. They're just two sisters trying to find their way while being broken in a broken family without a mom and dad, but just them while trying to keep life going and holding things together while doing it together as best as they can. And with that, you experience Lilo's pain, Nani's pain, and basically you see Disney needs to go Disney needs to go back to the way how they were in the very beginning, because because Disney nowadays are so afraid to show what real life is like, even though they want to say they want to touch upon it, they really don't. Back then they do. Because you see Nani struggling trying to go from job interview looking for a job while trying to show this caseworker, this big buff military black bald guy that's quote unquote a caseworker of um that Nani is trying to take care of her not daughter sister, her little sister Lilo, and uh and along the way you feel that you understand that completely, like a child may understand Lilo's point of view because Lilo is a child trying to live a child's life while help her older sister Nani to get through the pain she's going through, which is a very childish thing because a child tries to do that for their parent when their parent is going through a hard time, when their sibling is going through a hard time. Um, which makes the bond of the family stronger, which uh, um and it and while all that is going on, you really hope, strongly hope, things will turn out good at the end and won't turn out in disaster when Stitch magically drops into Lilo and Nani's life. Um, you got this alien thing that was created by a mad scientist alien to do destruction, which you see Stitch as like this as this Frankenstein type alien creature, and you want to care for this, but you want it to be far away from Nani and Lilo so Nani can do what's best for Lilo, but Lilo really wants but you also want to vote for Lilo because Lilo really wants Stitch around because it makes her comfortable. It makes her feel like she has somebody to talk to because not a child can feel comfortable talking. Not everything can't feel comfortable talking about everything what's going on with them to their parent, to their sibling. So it's like you gotta realize both sides while not trying to choose one side over the other. While also looking at Stitch's point of view, where yes, it's not his fault because he's created that way. And as you see along the way, as he learns from Lilo, you don't really have to destroy everything. Even if he does, you really don't have anything afterwards to destroy. Everything would be destroyed. So and as Lilo teach Stitch, also the meaning of family, the word Ohana means family. Um, Ohana means family. Family means uh, nobody gets left behind or forgotten. And basically, that's kind of how Lilo feels when because she lost her parents. She knows that her sister's trying to do the best she can, but she's feeling like she's alone and not being seen enough and not being able to be part of a family. And she really wants that again. But so when Stitch decides to go, it hurts her because Stitch was the only thing that made her feel normal, made her really feel comfortable with herself. And she once again felt like she lost everything because eventually Stitch does leave and he takes along a book which he feels very attached to once he finds it, which it's the Ugly Duckling book. And because he was going through books, destroying them, and he ends up finding the Ugly Duckling, and he doesn't destroy it. He looks at a picture and he wakes up Lilo from sleeping, and he's like wanting to understand. And basically after that night, she explained the ugly stuck the ugly duckling story, he slowly pictures he not slowly, but he automatically pictured himself as the ugly duckling. And he slowly realized that's also how Lilo feels. So basically, and after he ran away, um, taking the book with him, and the night after he screamed that he ran away, lost means that basically he's always felt lost, that he just wants to now find his place, not destroy anything no more, not be a monster no more, but to find his place in the world that he's have to live in. And after that point, realizing Lilo was his family, Lilo and Nani was his family, and basically he uh and not meaning to, he actually put that family through hell more than than what they deserved. And he realized now that the only people he wanted around now was Lilo and Nani. Uh, uh, so it it's I want to say it's a movie good. It is a movie for the whole family because because base as not most families see it. They just see it as a child's movie, but reality, it is a movie for the whole family because as parents needs to see it, that you broken family, and not all family has to be blood. You got Stitch that they adopted, welcome that Lilo welcomed to their family, and and along the way, when Stitch realizing he is well he finally found his family, that basically they're and at the very end they are a family. The it ends with a happy ending, and with them being a family, and which then what kind of also helps Stitch to look at things a different point of view is during a day that after Nani couldn't find a job, her old coworker that he basically had an eye for Nani, and and tries to get with her. He walks over and helps him relax by like taking him surfing, and burying Lilo in the sand while making a sandcastle. And Stitch is seeing all this, and getting excited while seeing Lilo and Nani's old coworker surfing. Um, uh, um, David, I want to say his name was. Um, and uh, and Stitch wanted to be included. Well, while uh, but along the way, throughout the movie, while Stitch is learning how to not just be a pet, but part of the family, and not be a monster to destroy stuff. Stitch is also being hunted, uh, so he could be brought back and be destroyed or whatever. um, by um, Stitch's creator and Prickly, um, green alien that slowly learn uh, that he's a drag queen because they had to make sure they had human disguises. Uh, which you learn he became a drag queen because that was more obvious throughout the TV series once they brought out a Lilo and Stitch TV series. Um, so um, basically overall well there's also a twist where finding out the caseworker that's checking on Nani to make sure Lilo is being taken care of and being a normal child. Turns out he was a retired FBI agent. Uh, uh and uh and his name was Bubbles. And I do love Lilo's comedy, what they gave the actress to say, because what a child would say, I felt like was perfectly executed in this, because it was just ongoing random child reaction of what a child would feel at that moment, act like that moment, because once Bubbles put down his hand to shake her hand when they first met, she looked at his knuckles and she's like, "It says you have tattooed cobra," and he just like cracked his knuckles out, and I'm like, "Okay." Basically, how children would react, and I do like that. I loved how Disney really executed this movie, how from start to finish, and I loved it. I only caught one reference that they made through this. Like, okay, I get that basically their original idea, which was the final battle scene, which was the plane versus plane chase. And basically, instead of them doing it in two alien ships, Stitch, Nani, and the two other aliens were gonna jacked and steal a actual plane, human plane, and fly it against the alien plane. But after 9/11, the creators had to rechange that to the and kind of do what Aladdin did. They did in Aladdin, show them going from different place to place back to Hawaii. Um, but like I said, after 9/11, they changed that to staying in Hawaii. Two alien ships chase each other. Final battle scene. So uh, overall, I didn't really change that movie. It wasn't really that damaging. I personally feel like the movie still was good. You still got the heartfelt. You still got everything you needed to make this movie perfect. Um, so I personally love Stitch. Stitch was one of the best Disney movies I truly feel like Disney has. And I know Stitch wasn't big at the time when it first came out, but throughout the years, how Stitch slowly grew out and be able to grow fans from the shadows and now out to the public. It is great, and that's why I like how most of the graphics do see in the live action. I'm just very hesitant on how the live action does truly uh succeed. So just like this one, does it really pull on your heartstrings? Does it really push you to that point where you can't really hold back your emotion? You really have to let it out because you really don't have a choice. Does it really, because to me that was always my problem with the original, even though yeah, I'm the type of person that barely like to show any emotion. And when it comes to movies that pushes me to that limit, yeah, I totally break. I cannot, where I can't hold it in any longer. That's what Stitch basically did for me when I rewatched it. It basically, with the whole relationship between Nani and Lilo and Lilo, the bonding between Lilo and Stitch, the whole feeling does Stitch really have to go? Um, why can't he stay? Type thing. Because at the end, when you think that aliens got him, they're really gonna take him away. They're not gonna allow him to stay. So it's like, why? Until Lilo points out that basically she adopted him. So, and the head council member realized, well, this little girl has a point. So I could just let him slip through my fingers. He can be a prisoner here, and so on, and live his eternal life until the alien council sees otherwise. So, um, but the only reference I ever caught that I'm shocked that DC allowed, unless they didn't care at the time, that Disney pulled, was a Batman reference. Disney pulled a Batman reference where Stitch was doing laundry and he put on a bra, put his ears in the bra where it had the bat ears, and then put a red cape and did the whole Batman thing. I was like, Batman. Which, when I caught that the first time, I was like, did DC even notice I had a problem with that? Because I never heard DC had a problem with that. They had a problem with a lot of things that people tried to do with referencing DC characters that they did not have the rights to, and yet Disney did that years back. Nothing. So, I found that funny. But, I still cherish Lilo and Stitch to this day for what it is. I mean, it's not my ultimate favorite Disney movie, but it's one of them. Including Stitch is a pretty cool alien character. I mean, like E.T. Stitch is iconic like E.T. E.T. is an alien. E.T. had his moments of being cool, so did Stitch, but just a little bit more. Uh, so drop your comments down below. What did you guys think about the original Disney film Lilo and Stitch? Did you guys like it? Did you guys not like it? What didn't you guys like about it? What did you guys like about it? What's your favorite Stitch moment? My favorite Stitch moment. Oh, I have two favorite Stitch moments. It's the Batman reference scene, which sadly it's like at the very end. But my other favorite Stitch scene is where he like makes the whole uh uh San Francisco, I think, city, and he just goes all on like Godzilla, crashing, eating like one of the plastic cars. To me, that's one of my favorite scenes. Funniest moments, it's hard to choose one because they're all good, but I personally have to say one of my favorite funny scenes would also have to be the San Francisco Godzilla Stitch scene where he's just doing the whole crushing things and eating the plastic car. To me, I found that funny as well. Um, I also found funny how Lilo found out all you have to do is just put Stitch fingernail on the record player on the record while it's on the record player and open up Stitch mouth and you hear the music coming out of Stitch mouth. I found that part funny. Uh but uh but other than that, what other things do you like? Do you like the Lilo and Stitch TV series? Do you like most of the sequels? Do you like the animated Stitch? Because I know most fans consider that as canon. Most fans don't. Most fans think that was a waste of time to make. Um, if that was even okay with Disney, because I don't even think Disney had their name on that. Um, but so hit that like button if you liked this video. Hit that dislike button if you didn't like this video. And if you didn't like this video, please comment down below what you did not like me doing in this video so I could change what I did wrong in the near future for future videos so you guys can be more impressed by my videos. Have a nice, also, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, I recommend it if you really like my videos so I can keep providing videos more your way because I welcome all new and old subscribers with open arms. Have a nice day. Have a nice night. Whenever you're watching this. Peace.